It's just dark.
Mm-hmm. So as you're in this dark place, I want you to begin to use all of your other senses. Because sometimes we walk into dark rooms and we just know if it's a small space or a large space. So what's your first impression of this place? Does it seem like a small place or a large place?
It's not small.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark, and
Yeah.
I hear like like wind.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And where do you imagine that wind is coming from, if you knew? Even if you think you're making it up, what do you imagine all this wind is coming from?
Maybe it's windy.
Mm-hmm.
The trees, maybe.
Yes. So
Like
take
it's
a
like
moment and just feel that wind. Be in that wind and allow your inner vision to just open up the space so you could see it. Where are you? Breathe it
feels
in. Mm-hmm. Yes.
it feels like there are trees around me,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like something is holding my arms.
Mm-hmm. If you knew what's holding your arms. What does it feel like?
At first it felt like hands, but
Mm-hmm.
now it feels like chains.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So describe where it is that these chains are holding your arms. Is it the upper arms or the lower arms?
It's the forearms, the lower arms.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I feel
Yes, continue.
I feel sad.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I feel like I'm being held captive and I don't know
Mm-hmm. Yes.
why.
So I want you to focus on that feeling of being chained down. Are the chains on you or is something else holding the chains onto you? What do you sense?
I sense that there's like it looks like a cuff
Mm-hmm.
with a chain on it.
Yes. And I'd like for you to follow the chain. Where is the chain attached to that's holding you captive?
It looks like a wagon.
Mm-hmm. Is this wagon moving?
Not yet.
Mm-hmm. Tell me
There's
more about that.
there's a man on it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then it's attached to a horse.
Mm-hmm.
And the man has a hat on. But I can't see his face.
Mm-hmm. So instead of focusing on him, focus on yourself. Do you feel male or female there?
I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm. Are you young or old?
I feel younger, like
Mm-hmm.
24.
Yes. What else do you notice about yourself?
I have long hair.
Mm-hmm.
I feel dirty.
Yes.
I don't have anything on my feet, and my feet are cold.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Is there anything keeping you warm as far as clothing is concerned?
My clothes are torn.
Mm-hmm.
It's
What else?
getting dark.
Yes. Are you in the wagon or outside the wagon?
It's a chain on my neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cuff with a chain on it.
Yes.
I'm standing right behind it, but it's not moving yet.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you by yourself? Are there any others that are chained with you?
It's just me. I'm being arrested
Mm-hmm. What are you being arrested for? If you knew.
because I'm different.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
The man is waiting on another man, but
Yes.
he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
He hit me.
Yes.
I have bruises on my face
Have you been hit before?
by these men.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Continue. What happens next?
He 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 put me on the back of the wagon part, the
Mm-hmm.
buggy,
Yes.
and we're leaving. But I'm so cold.
Mm-hmm.
I think my jaw is broken.
Yes. Continue. What happens next?
It's a bumpy ride. I just look up.
Yes.
And I see the trees,
Mm-hmm.
and I see the moon. It's so bright, and the stars. But I feel like this is gonna be my last time seeing this.
Mm-hmm.
But
Where are
I'm
you?
very, very angry.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm tired, so I'm not fighting.
Mm-hmm. What are the things that are going through your mind?
This isn't fair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything wrong. I don't belong here.
What happens next? Advance a little bit more.
I think they're gonna hang me.
Where are you taken?
I feel like I feel like this is something that they're not supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
but they're doing it in secret.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going further into the woods.
Yes. They've
And that
taken the law into their own hands, is that it?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nighttime.
Yes.
This is illegal,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm tired.
What happens next? Yes. Continue.
We stop at a very big tree.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the tree, the spirit of the tree is saying, "Don't be afraid."
How does that affect you?
It makes me feel safe,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm it's it's so interesting because I'm looking down at myself in the wagon,
Mm-hmm.
and but the trees are right there with me,
Yes.
but I'm outside of my body. I'm looking at myself.
Mm-hmm. As an observer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what do you observe happens to your body?
I see myself like in the fetal position,
Mm-hmm.
and I have these chains on me. And so the guy, not the not the first guy, but the second guy, he he gets down and he comes around to the back and he takes the chains off, but he's like yanking me around
Mm-hmm.
and he throws me over his shoulder and he throws me on the ground underneath the tree. But I'm not moving.
Mm-hmm.
He puts a rope around my neck and they both pull it up together. But I'm watching the whole thing
Mm-hmm. What
and
happens next?
I'm just hanging there, but I think I'm already gone.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know. I am gone. I had a head injury and I had a brain bleed. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm already gone, but they
Yes.
don't know. But I'm very angry,
I want you to think about all of this. What's been the most difficult moment?
feeling powerless,
Mm-hmm.
being accused of something, something, being accused of doing something wrong when I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Just being who I am.
Yes. So when you are feeling powerless, when you're accused of doing something wrong that you didn't do, nothing that's really wrong, you're not allowed to be yourself. What are your physical reactions?
My body feels very tense. I feel sick in my stomach.
Mm-hmm. And when you feel tense and sick in your stomach, what are your emotional reactions?
Angry. I get angry.
And when you get angry, what are your mental reactions?
I'm just trying to figure out how to get through, navigate those feelings of anger.
So I want you to think about all of these things. When I feel powerless, I'm accused of something that I did wrong, that I didn't do. I didn't do it. Didn't do anything wrong. My body feels tense. I feel sick in the stomach. I get angry. And I'm trying to figure out how to get through all of this, how to navigate these feelings. How is this all now affecting you in the life as Andrea? What does it make you do?
I don't want to be around people.
So when you don't want to be around people, what does that prevent you from doing?
It prevents me from showing up in the world as I should. It prevents me from putting myself out there. It makes me make myself small.
Very good. So listen carefully. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, you will go back into this lifetime of this woman. But this time you go to the origin to find out how it is that you got to be in this predicament, how it is that you came to be accused of something that you didn't do. But this time you'll experience it everything fully in detail. 3, 2, and 1. How does this all begin? Where are you?
I see a house. Mm,
Whose house is this?
it's my family's house.
Mm-hmm.
It's 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 like a brick. It's like mm, it's a house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's on a large plot of land.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a very pretty house.
Mm-hmm. Do you notice anything around it, like farmland or animals?
It's a lot of grassland,
Mm-hmm.
but in the distance there's a forest.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your life.
Okay. I feel like I have a family.
Mm-hmm.
Not not like I don't have any children,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a mom, I have aunts,
Mm-hmm.
I have a sister.
Yes.
I think my father is deceased.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a house of women.
Mm-hmm. These
But
are
I
working women?
I feel like the land has been in my family for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like we're being targeted
Mm-hmm.
because we're just women.
Yes. Who's targeting you?
The men who want the land.
Mm-hmm. So what did they do to scare you?
I feel like I see herbs. I see
Mm-hmm.
jars and I see herbs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I see medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And people come to our house for herbs for healing. But it's not just me, it's my mom and my grandmother and my sister and my
Mm-hmm.
aunts.
All of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there may have been a war or something, and the men are gone.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
they're trying
this is how you survive your family by doing medicine.
medicine, and we have the land.
Mm-hmm.
We have the land. We have horses.
Yes. Tell me more.
I feel like our family is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're good in terms of resources
Yes.
and money. And there are people around who don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next?
There's a man at the door.
Who is he?
His name is John. His wife is sick.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants our help, but he doesn't really trust us.
Mm-hmm. Is he just desperate?
Yeah,
Mm.
the doctors in the town, they can't help her. He thinks we he thinks we are witches.
Mm-hmm.
They think that way. They
Yes.
We don't think that way. But he's willing to do anything to help her.
Yes. So what happens? What do you do?
So I think I tell my mother, and goes in it looks like a pantry.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and get the medicine, whatever she feels his wife may need. And it's in like a small, like baggy size potato sack.
Mm-hmm.
That's the texture of the bag.
Yes.
And it has a drawstring on it. And she says, give this to her at sunrise, noon, and dusk. In 3 days, she should feel better. And he takes his hat off and he nods his head and he says, thank you. and he leaves.
What happens next?
My mother looks at me and says, something's not right about him. We have, we have, we have rifles.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's two of them at the door, and he saw them.
Yes. How does that make you feel, knowing that he saw that?
Nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna try to. They want the land.
Mm-hmm. What happens next? Advance a little bit more.
I feel like I went away, but not far. I went into what looks like a town. I think I'm shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shopping for restock, like jars. Like there are these devices that I've not seen them
Mm-hmm.
today. They're old. I don't even know
What did it look like? Describe it for me.
it's like it has like a balloon on it
Mm-hmm.
with like it's attached to a like a metal, like a cylinder. I don't know what it is, but it's a bunch of different
Is this
like
something that you
gadgets.
use?
It's what my mom and grandmother used for the medicine,
Mm-hmm.
to make the medicine,
Yes.
to measure the medicine.
Mm-hmm.
But they sent me with this list to get this stuff, and I'm getting it, but I got distracted because there's a boy, a young man that likes me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was gone too long. But I wanted to take my time.
Mm-hmm.
So I see myself walking around with this young man, and we're having a good time. But I still have the items for my family.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't headed back yet.
Yes.
But I gotta go because it's gonna be dark soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we're running. We're running through the forest.
You and the boy?
Hmm.
Yes. Look into his eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Do you recognize those eyes? Do they seem familiar?
I'm not sure.
Okay, that's all right.
But we ran to the edge. I can see my house. but something is not right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm scared. It looks like the windows are broken. So I run across the field, run onto the porch, the door is open, and I don't hear anything. But I walk in the door, and to my right is the bottom of the staircase, and I see a leg.
Who is
And
that?
it's my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She's hurt, but she's not moving. I don't think she's alive. I think someone killed my family. I don't I'm standing there frozen
Mm-hmm.
because I don't hear anything and I'm afraid to see anyone else.
What happens next?
That man, he's coming towards me from the back of the house, and I take off running. I run as fast as I can. I'm running. I'm running back to the forest. I think gets on a he gets on a horse and he catches me. He hits me in the back of the head and I just pass out. I'm out.
What happens next?
Oh, my head hurts so bad.
Notice where it hurts.
It hurts so bad. My vision is blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. It hurts. It hurts on the right side in the back. I know my my skull is fractured. It just hurts so much pressure.
Yes.
I hear fluid in my right ear. So my eyes are open, but my right eye is blurry. But I can see in my left, and there are chains on me on my wrists. The cuffs are on my wrists, and the chains are on the cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chain on my neck, and I'm attached to. It looks like a a buggy,
Mm-hmm.
and I see that guy, but his back is towards me. He's waiting on the other guy. I feel very weak. It feels like the blood is leaving my body.
What happens next?
The other guy comes up and he hits me and he puts me on the back of the buggy. and it's cold, and I'm so angry because I know he killed my family. I'm so mad. I just want to kill him, but I can't. I
Say that
can't.
again. Say it again.
I just want to kill him, but I can't. It's not even worth it anymore. Because everyone is gone. So I look up at the sky and I see the moon, and it's so big and pretty. I see the stars, and they're beautiful. But I know this is the last time I'm not going to see him again. So we're riding, and it's really bumpy, and I'm so cold. And the last thing I see is this huge tree. It's so big. It's majestic. And the tree says, there's nothing to be afraid of. And then I notice that I'm viewing myself outside of myself. So I think I left. I think it was the head. I had a brain bleed, but they don't know it. They think I'm still alive.
Yes.
And I think they want people to see me.
You'll be able to understand what they're thinking and their motives. What is the purpose of having you there?
They want our land, and they don't want the existing people to fight. When they come to get the land, they want them to give it up. And I think they want the others to see me as a reminder to not fight, to just give them what they want.
Yes.
That's what I think. Because I didn't do anything.
Yes.
We didn't do anything. We were just living our life, helping everyone in the community.
Very good. So now that you're in spirit, I'd like for you to go ahead and take down that body and use your light to repair that skull. Look at all of the things that were injured, the neck. Go ahead and put in all of the vertebrae where they belong. Sending it light. You could even breathe into it with your breath and just give it life. And tell me when you are feeling complete once again.
I feel complete.
Very good. And now that you feel complete, I'd like for you to address those that did this to you, that took your life away. What do you say to them? Speak your truth. Yell at them if you need to.
I'm not even sure what to say. I just I just feel like that was so unnecessary.
You took away my hope, my dreams, my family. You took everything that meant anything to me. I had a gift. I had information that could help other people. Tell them all of those things that were true.
I just feel like it was so senseless.
Mm-hmm.
Like greed,
Yes.
you stole from me
Mm-hmm.
what my family worked for. My father, my grandfather, my great grandfather. This land is ours.
And you
And you want to
defiled it. You defiled
steal,
it. You stole it.
you stole our land and you killed my family.
You
You
sucked all,
monster.
you took all of that energy from our lives. And I want it back.
I want all of it back. How dare you?
Take it. Take everything that belongs to you. It's not theirs. Take back everything magical that you know. Take back that pride in your family, your safety. Your opportunity of love. They took all of that. Take it back. And as you're filled with that now, I want you to go find your family. Find your mother, find your grandmother, find those that you were not able to say goodbye to. What do you say to their souls?
Mm. They're waiting on me.
So I want you to notice if there is anything left in you that is still holding that seed of anger against these men.
Yeah.
So I want you to see them with different eyes. These are men that were weak, men that didn't know how to do anything with their mind, just with their brute force. These were men who were not respected, couldn't get respect. You could see them in a different light now. Can you forgive them for their ignorance, for not knowing how to use their talents to make money instead of stealing it?
Yes.
So I want you to find that you're holding that anger against them. Find it within your body and pull it out. You don't need that any longer. Tell me when you're done.
Mm.
Where is it?
It's in my. This is so strange. It's in my right pelvis.
What does it look like to you?
Mm. It looks. It's like goo, like black sticky goo. It's like a ball.
So go ahead and remove that. I want you to use your hand and begin to remove that goo. Pull it all out. That doesn't belong to you. Tell me when you're done. Pull
I
it
feel like
all
it's
out.
moving.
Notice if that goo belongs to that lifetime of that woman, or does that belong to this lifetime?
I think it's from this life.
All right. So let's take her into the light first, and we'll work on that goo a little bit more later on. I want you to take that energy of this woman now and go into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. With the end of that experience, you now know that that is not your life anymore, that you are no longer chained and bound by those who want to keep you down, keep you from progressing. You now know that there was something that was not finished. And as you go into the light, I want you to notice if there's anybody there waiting for you.
I think it's my dad.
What does he say to you?
He's just smiling.
So allow your dad to take you to the place where you review that life, so that you'll understand what the purpose of all of that was all about. Where is it that you're guided to? What is this place?
There's a long, very long table.
Yes?
It's almost infinite.
What
And
is the purpose of this table?
it's for meetings, soul meetings.
Yes?
So I'm sitting. So there are chairs on chairs lined on each side.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a chair at the head of the table
Yes.
on this end. And I'm sure there's one on the other end, but I can't see it because the table is so long.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting right next to the head chair.
Yes.
And my dad is sitting across from me,
Yes.
but there are others.
Who's at the head of the table?
I don't know. It's I don't know.
Ask them. Who are you?
Who are you?
What's the answer?
The answer, and I'm gonna say it verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
I am many things.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you to me? Your source of life, as you understand it to be.
Tell me more.
I feel really overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. The more you talk, the more you'll relax into it and understand what's happening. What information are you accessing from this source of life?
Um, Something about fear.
Mm-hmm.
It was something about what the
Mm-hmm.
spirit of the tree said about there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yes.
So they're asking the being is saying it again.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to be afraid of,
Yes.
right? It's like he's questioning.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it is a he.
Yes.
He's questioning. Well, that's what I feel. I feel like masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
He's repeating it. Is there something to be afraid of? Is there nothing to be afraid of? I don't know. I don't know if I like it.
Mm-hmm. So if this being, this source of life, allows you, would you be able to question him about the purpose of that life?
I don't think I like him.
Mm-hmm. What do you sense from him?
Something doesn't feel right.
Look into his eyes.
I can't see his eyes.
Look into his soul.
I feel I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this I don't think this is think I'm being deceived.
All right, so I'd like for you to ask your personal guardian angel to come be with you at this moment. Call forth.
I don't know who my personal guardian
Doesn't
angel
matter.
is. Okay.
I want my guide here now.
I want my guide here now.
What happens?
They take me away.
Who takes you away?
My guides, it's three of them.
Three of them. Very good. Ask them if they will be able to reveal themselves to you.
I just see they just look like light. They're
Okay,
like
very good.
they're like formed, like kind of human form, but
Mm-hmm.
just light.
So go ahead and ask them, what just happened there? Who is that? Who says that they are the source of life? Quiz them.
That was I feel like it was a part of me, but I don't know. I feel like it was a part of something, a part of me that's hurting me. It was just a reflection of that.
Yes. So that part of you was saying, is there something to be afraid of?
I think that was my fear. I think that was actually it.
Yes. Five, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
How does your head feel?
good. Wow.
I thought it was
Wow.
great. It's the story. The story was great. I mean, I didn't have to say anything. You were very, very descriptive. So, it,
It was so vivid.
yeah, not everybody has a vivid session like you did, but you certainly do. So, let me ask you something, just out of curiosity. You've had other sessions. Were they that vivid before?
Mm, I did have a session with Antonio that was, yeah, it was
Okay.
vivid.
Yeah.
See things. I could feel them. Like I could feel the
You could
the
hear.
chains. I
Yeah.
could smell the seawater. Yeah.
You
So it
were
was it's like
everything.
it's like all my senses were engaged. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
So, if we're going to put this out there, tell everybody what you do.
Okay. So I do exactly what Albert, well, different, But I too, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and I'm also trained in introspective hypnosis and past life therapy. So I do this work as well.
Yes. And how
Mhm.
can they reach you if they want a session with you?
My website is thehypnoprofessor.com,
Okay.
and I'm the Hypno Professor on Instagram and TikTok and all the social media platforms, the Hypno Professor.
There you go. So if anybody wants a session with Andrea, you can go ahead and book a session with her, and that would be great.
Hmm.
That would be great. So if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com. There you will have to sign up for my mailing list. I send out a newsletter every month with sessions either live in person in Micanopy, Florida, or online. So thank you
Hmm.
all for watching. Until the next video. Bye.